Yo,
Well,
does
look
anyone
here.
want to see me do a whip it on cam?
Sam, how often do you do whippets?
Dude, please,
Pretty
dude,
often.
please.
Yo, what?
Pretty
I thought you meant
often.
actual. I thought you meant
Nah,
actual.
I was gonna
I'm
say.
serious.
Desserts?
These are my whippets. Yeah. You never had a whippet before?
Right
First
here.
whippet of the night.
But like if you
What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in to the FraudCast, the only podcast that will never gain any traction, but we're doing it anyway. I'm your host, JC. These guys are going to call me Andy, but try to ignore that. Alright, so to kick things off here, we're going to start with the lightning round. I'm going to pick y'all out, and y'all going to give a sentence to describe yourself in 6 words, no less, no more. Okay? So I describe myself as a big hair marauder with no structure. All right, Max. Max, what you got, dog? What you got, dog? What you got, dog?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Going to Max. What you got, man?
We're gonna have to go with plus size ladder, cool guy. Pause.
Hey, all right, bet. All right, just deal what you got.
fuck, you gotta call on me.
You in the spotlight, son.
Big Brown. Loud.
It's gotta be a sentence.
Obnoxious Dominican. I don't know.
That was like 8 words, bro. You fucking it up.
Hey, bro.
Wait. Run it back. What
All right,
we gotta
Hunter.
do?
6 words in a sentence. Describe yourself. Go.
I small, feisty, but nice Italian dude.
Hey, all right. Hey, he fit that criteria. Kyle, what's good with you, man?
I'm that dude. I only need 3.
That's 6 though. That's so much. I only
That
need
was
3.
tough.
That was tough.
I'm that dude. I only need 3. Nah, you broke the mold, bro. 7. Damn, he was close. He was close. All right, Mike, what you got?
lover of barbecue chicken sandwiches. Michael.
There we go. Hey, this shit work.
Why does it have to be 6, dude? You fucked me.
I said 6, and that's what it's gonna be, son. It's JC.
Alright, lover of barbecue
Dean,
chicken
what you got,
sandwiches.
son?
Michael.
That's on you.
Shit. I don't know.
Come on now.
Nah, bro.
You learned English.
Let's go to next.
I seen you in the LA class. All right, we'll loop back. We'll loop back. Think about it. Odie, what you got? Otis.
Ginger.
All right, you're
Got 5 more.
you're shorting me, son. You're shorting me.
You're
You're shorting me. You're not even showing it.
One.
You're not even showing it, Shiesty, man.
I need 1.
Alright. Okay.
Ginger.
Alright, no, what's you
It's like
thinking, bro?
Beyonce. It's like
6
Beyonce.
words.
And you know what
Alright.
Beyonce did? She
One
She motherfucking
proud
paid money, paid
motherfucking
money to win a country album.
American.
Come on! You were so close! Come on now! You were so close. Say something.
Listen, we got people putting
Alright, that
in
was
1
9, 10,
words,
11, 12.
2
Yep,
words,
alright.
3 words. I'm putting in my 5.
Y'all are bad at fitting the
Nah,
criteria.
Kyle put in
Sam.
6 or 5. I put in 1.
Sam, I know you got something cooking, bro. Come on now.
I'm a stand-up comedian. Andy's gay.
Oh, word. Okay.
Nice.
I don't know who Andy is. This is JC, but alright. Alright, Dean, what you got, man? We looped the whole country. Where we at?
Shit. I'm American. I like ducks.
5.
Andy gay.
That was 7, bro. Dang, y'all suck. Dang, y'all suck. Who actually fit the criteria?
Yay.
Alright, I
Andy
think
Gay is 1 word.
I didn't
I
know
think
it had to
one
be
word.
6. I thought it had to be
I think
within
Hunter,
6.
Max, and Mike
Bro,
are the
if you
only
want me
ones
to add
that
a word
fit
to
it.
mine,
What do you
I can
mean?
go.
Mine's
I'm
6
a
words.
proud, bro. I can go. I'm a proud motherfucking American. There you go. You happy? I fit your criteria.
Alright, there we go. See?
Yeah, there you
Was
go.
it so hard?
There we go.
He's
How many
happy.
teeth
Andy,
were just
what makes
pulled?
you a marauder, bro? What kind of fucking intro was that, bro? I love it.
That was the
I don't know, bro.
greatest
It's just
intro
the word
I've
that came to
ever-
mind.
That was
That was
I told
a
you.
goated intro.
Big hair. Marauder. And then, what did I say? With no rules or something. Yeah, because I ain't got no structure.
Hell yeah.
That's what I
No
said.
rules.
What is a
All
rule?
right.
You don't know.
So are you gonna do the intro?
Rules are
Yeah, I did the
structures.
intro. Fucking.
Oh, that's the intro. All
Alright,
right.
what's
what
the
are we?
first
All
topic?
right. Well, so the poor souls that tune into this video can decide who did the best intro in the comments if that's what y'all are so inclined to do. But other than that, we're gonna get into the main discussion here. The main overarching topic of the video and the bulk of this conversation is gonna be about the military. Okay.
Nope.
This fucking guy. This fucking guy. The fat toad himself.
Fucking, what do you hate America?
Yeah, right?
Whoa.
So I said,
Yo, I
this,
can
this
start
dude
this
right
off
here.
if you want.
Yeah, this
I
dude,
can
yeah. What
start
are your
this
thoughts
off.
on? Yeah, what are your thoughts on the military now?
So
Let's hear it.
the new F-47. What do you guys think about that?
New what?
Just announced today, the new F-47.
What, did Russia come out with their own planes? So we had
No,
to create a
it's
new
our
one?
new plane.
Dude,
It's our new
crazy.
jet.
By the way, steer clear
gonna
of
be-
politics. Let's not talk politics here.
You ask about the. I mean,
Nah, it's a new jet.
47?
It's gonna be the best jet. Yeah.
It looks sick.
Talk about the
Whoa.
military.
Yeah.
Talk about the military.
I was
Like,
asking
Dude,
Jet-
that looks
hey.
like a UFO, man. That's
Andy,
sick.
can you pull it up?
Pull the F-47. Sure.
Yeah, please.
Let's see what it looks like.
What?
I don't know if they have
Yeah, it
any
looks
sketches out yet.
I mean,
Hey, yo.
honestly,
Hey yo, how many?
Is it? Oh, is this new one? Oh, this
Yeah,
fucking.
it's-
This
it was
is
just
Star
announced
Trek
Tony
looking
Stark
ass shit.
designed that, alright?
It was just announced. They've already been pre-testing this shit for at least 3 to 5 years.
On Palestine.
That shit, yeah, it looks straight out of Star Wars, man. I don't know. It's sick.
But nah, I figured that'd be
Straight
a
out of
good way to
Star
start it off if we're talking about military.
Like,
We're getting
it
a new
looks
jet.
dope. Nah, but at the same time, like I kind of want some different design. I feel like all the jets now look kind of the same.
Yeah,
Like I
That's
understand
because
it's
the
for
best
functionality.
aerodynamics.
Yeah, it's for functionality. I understand.
That's
But I'm
fine,
also just looking at it from like a I don't really care. You know what I mean? I'm
got
looking at it
some
from like a
bad
design
news.
standpoint.
I got some bad. It's made by Boeing. It's
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
saw-
yeah,
I
it's
just
gonna
saw
fall
that.
apart anyway.
Oh, so it's
gonna
gonna
fall
fall
apart
apart
anyway.
in the sky.
Exactly. It's a Lego plane.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
It's
so
gonna
they
be-
actually build it.
it's gonna be dropping chunks on every country. It's all right. We gotta leave some American ingenuity in every country, bro. Voluntarily or not.
America doesn't
Yeah.
flex off how cool shit looks. We flex on how old our shit is.
Mm.
And how successful.
No, the F-22, which no one has ever fought, has been around since the 80s.
I mean, yeah.
The
Listen, the
I'm just,
F-22
I'm
is
purely
one
just
of the
judging
best
off
jets
looks.
Well, do you
ever.
know
like,
why? Do you
That's
know
all
why
I did
we
when I
have
played
them, like,
fucking
new
fighter
planes, the
pilot games
F-37
when I
and
was
everything
younger.
like that,
I was
the
like, man, this
F-35
jet
or
looks
whatever?
bad as fuck. Let me hop in this bitch.
It's because Russia came out
Product
and
drop.
said they developed a new plane.
Yeah, it's brought
that
to
was
you.
faster than ours. So we had to develop our own
Damn,
plane to
you
be
already got a
faster than
sponsor?
theirs.
No, Sam.
Yeah, brought to you by
Just for
Sundrop.
us to find out that their plane
Sam,
wasn't
I
even
know
that
That's not at
advanced.
all.
It's
Trust me,
disgusting,
this is
but
this
we're-
is Sundrop.
The
Yeah, this is
F-35
Believe me.
was an all-around
This right here,
jet
this is
that was
Sundrop.
made
It
because
is.
we were trying to be
Please don't
advanced.
do
all right,
Sam,
all right.
something in the
I'm probably just
F-18,
spewing
the
absolute bullshit
Russians-
right now. Let me
No, but I'm
Russians
all right.
came
No,
out
no. I
with
want to
the
get.
MiG
Listen.
35 or whatever.
I want to
bullshit.
get people's feelings to a couple questions though. Like, so
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
What's the
Start
next
off-
question? What's the
yeah.
next question?
one. I want to hear if
Truth or
mandatory.
dare?
I want to hear if you think everyone should serve, and if you do, how long of a minimum term should it be
So who do
for
we start with?
every American?
Should we
And you
go
gotta
in a
say-
line?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
we gotta-
So
we gotta have
Hunter,
like a-
yeah, let's go. Hunter, what do you think?
Alright, so I think that
Wrong.
if every American
Alright,
is
one
going to
person
be
at a time.
serving or required to serve, I believe that it would be a minimum of like, like they had like a selected range, right? Of minimum years that they would be able to choose from. Maybe depending on job and station, etc. So, say they had to do something like where it was like maybe necessarily more on like say a frontline type of shit. Or
Infantry.
Infantry, yeah, they could be like a shorter as a requirement because of the fact that they're doing something maybe more dangerous or like threatening. Whereas they could pick a longer, I don't know, time or service if they're going to be required. Obviously this is based off that. That where they can do something on base for maybe 4 or so, like 4 years.
Right. But this is completely hypothetical. So I'm just trying to ask, like, do you think that everyone should serve? Like, if you think no, that's fine. You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. All right. So that's fair. Like, no, Mike. I'll get to you. I'm gonna go in order here. Good. So Kyle, what do you think? Kyle is alphabetically next. So.
Nah, dude. We're a free country. You can't force me to do shit.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I pay my taxes.
Yeah, Mike, wait your turn, bitch.
Damn, beef in the chat already. Can't handle beef already. It's only the first episode. Can't start beef already. Save that for like episode 11 or so.
Just feeling good about it.
No, but respect for exercising your freedom of speech. But yeah, no, you can't force people to go into the military. Like,
okay,
we're not Israel.
Yeah,
I pay my taxes.
That's
like,
true American shit, right?
Think about all the people that just would not fit like in the military structure. I mean, granted, you don't have to do. Yeah, granted, you don't have to be in the war zone, but
true.
I feel like it's kind of. We're better off just kind of building as a country. We already have the #1 military in the world,
True. Okay.
Dude, the #1 military, number fucking 1, I think 3 and 5 Air Force. Like.
Yeah. All right, Dean. So your turn. What do you think?
Yeah, all you.
Fuck no.
You don't think so?
Fuck no.
Okay. All
you
right.
force people to be in the military is just gonna. It's just gonna be full of people who don't want to be there. The people who join the military, they either need a reason to be in the military or they want to be in the military.
That's fair. Okay. Just
like,
steal.
People who join the military who don't want to be there, they need it, so they're gonna try hard.
Yeah.
If you're forced into the shit, that works in maybe smaller, like South Korea. I think has
conscription.
I think they have forced military, but they also have an enemy at both borders, sea and land. And like they don't have that big of a population.
We have fucking Mexico though.
Yeah.
What about Mexico?
Bro,
we have Mexico. What is that? Fucking cartels?
We have the fucking Canucks, alright?
Dollars, bro.
We got the Canucks on one side and Mexico on the other. What do we have so much to be scared of, Doug?
I don't think we fought against the Canadians since like 1812 or some shit. Like, Canadians are good. Don't worry about Canadians.
1812.
Bro, they're literally killing themselves over there. We don't they have pods where you could kill themselves in. I don't think we got to worry about those guys, bro.
That is true.
They're the last opposition we have.
They're eating themselves alive.
Literally. Bro, there's no health care over there.
All right, moving on. Just steal. What's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to agree with Dean.
You gonna say no to forced conscription?
Yeah, negatory. Yeah.
You don't think any amount of time?
No.
I mean,
like I said, this is completely hypothetical. If you think 6 months, fuck it for semantics' sake.
South Korea does it is like 2 years. You have to do.
I think it's 3.
That's Israel. I know it's 2 years mandatory. Yeah.
No, Israel I think is 5.
I don't think no.
Oh wow,
2 years
that's
active
crazy.
2 years reserve.
All right, well.
That's crazy.
Like Japan or Korea, yeah, it's like at least 2 years.
I think it's 2. Yeah, it's 2 years active duty, and then I think you're good.
Fuck it, we can fact check this real quick.
Might have a couple years.
I would say at least for reserves.
But
I would say at least for
if
reserves.
people were in,
I'll agree
if
with
people
that,
had to
but
go
not
through
like
boot
active
camp.
duty.
Yeah,
I got a wire on my keyboard.
I wouldn't say active duty. I would say reserves at least 2 years.
So in Israel, forced conscription. In Israel, forced subscription is 32 months for men and 24 for women. So
what about India?
Yeah, so 2.
That's like 2.5 years for men, and
India's
or like 2 years and 8 months for men.
I wouldn't be joining the straight military, no, but forced people need to be in the National Guard. I kind of respect that. Because National Guard is only on the weekends.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Like you go through boot camp, and then it's weekends. I think only 2 or 3 times a month. That for 2 years. I can respect that as being like you need to do that.
Yeah.
But 4 years, no, you're just in the military. You really can't do nothing else. No, get the
All
fuck
right.
out of here.
So let's
I don't
move on.
think they
Mike,
should be
This is gonna be
telling you
bad.
to do anything. So.
Mike, your turn. What you think,
Yeah,
man?
less
me.
government tell me what to do, great. But I respect the
What?
National Guard thing.
Pretty much what everyone else said.
What? You
I'm
can
with the
share.
general
No,
consensus.
share your opinion, you motherfucker.
I'm with the general.
Give
consensus.
your thoughts. I don't care if it's been said
Mike,
already.
I'm sorry. I'm
Tell us
sorry
what
I
you
yelled
think.
at you. I'm sorry.
Mike, yeah,
No,
it's
listen, it's just there's no other.
well. Just give a summary of what you think then. If you think you don't think there should be conscription at all, or any sort of mandatory service.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Just based off of obviously like freedom of rights, pay my taxes, yada yada yada. What
Fair
everyone else said.
Look, also you gotta realize
All in one.
I mean,
how many Americans would actually pass boot camp.
boot camp. I mean, well, that'd be part
Not
of
a
it.
lot.
That would be
Can't,
part of
let
it.
alone
I mean-
recruiting like you need to be in a certain amount of shape.
Right.
Ignoring that completely, how many would actually pass boot camp?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna give my thoughts at the end, but fucking yeah, Odie, what you think? Next up down the alphabet.
I think it would be beneficial, but probably not practical, because I don't think the gross population of people would be fit or cut out for it. So, I mean, it could probably help a lot of them, but probably not
Mhm.
practical. So I'd say, in theory, it'd be nice to do like, I don't know, fuck it, 6 months a year, but like, probably
6
not.
months, a year.
Yeah, like you gotta serve a little bit of time, get the gist of what it is, you know what I mean, like.
Dip the toes in the
Oh, you
water.
mean
Yeah,
6 months
like,
to a year?
of
Okay.
service. Yeah.
I thought
but,
you
like,
meant like half a year every year. I was like that.
No,
whoa.
no.
That's
no.
crazy.
But like, it wouldn't be a bad idea, because then, I mean, you'd get people who are like, oh, maybe I am meant for this. This kind of works, and you might get, you know what I mean, more benefits for the army. But
well,
at the same
yeah, I
time,
mean, you're
like,
gonna get GI Bill if you stay in for 20 years. I mean, clearly, you're still gonna get all of your pension.
Yeah,
and
but
all
I
that.
still think the army's fucking not the best route for anybody. So, at the same time,
What about the
I think
Navy?
it can just help you with a lot of like traits and characteristics.
You think just the army?
I mean,
Or just military in general. I just
All right,
army.
fair.
yeah.
All right,
I mean,
I
yeah,
get what you
learning
mean.
discipline, you know,
Yeah.
it's good to
Yeah,
learn.
discipline. I mean, you're definitely learn more like camaraderie and like teamwork skills, shit like that.
Oh
like,
yeah,
That's
You
true.
can be more, even if you're like somewhat antisocial, you get thrust into that kind of environment, you're gonna come out of it
A better
somewhat social
person.
and be
Like,
able to,
yeah, be able to
like,
handle more
carry
situations
yourself,
than you could
you know what I
before.
mean? Yeah, you'll be confident. You'll be able to handle yourself in critical situations. So I think it definitely would like benefit, but at the same time, yeah, probably not practical.
Right. Dean, where'd you go? Don't you disappear.
My sister's just walking in my room. My bad.
Oh, all right,
I'll
you're
be
fair.
back on the camera in a minute.
You're good. All right, so Sam, you're up next. What you think, man? So you're
All
down
right.
the fucking list, guy.
yeah. Sam's
Alright.
towards the bottom for a reason.
I know, Noah. Sorry, you get last pick, but that's just the way it is.
You know what makes America so great? It's the entertainment. It's the act of free will. I think if you force people to conscript and go into the military, you're kind of cutting off like a part of their creativity for a few years. You know, depending on how long it is.
Well, again, you
Like,
get
I
to
get
choose the
self-
term if you want. Like, if you think it should be or it would be a good
No,
idea,
it-
you can
it
choose the
shouldn't.
term. It could be
Well,
a few months, a year, or
anything less
fucking
than a
anything you
year
say.
is useless. Anything less than a year is useless. Let's be real. It's got to be
Well-
at least 2 years. But even then, if you got to go into the army and you're like 18, 19, I mean, like, that's just like cutting off. So, like you got to change your mindset. It's a whole 180 when you're in that sort of environment. So it's just not good. Like what America is good at is entertainment. It's keeping people busy. It's just feel like that the free will of creativity. I think when you cut that off and force people to do stuff that they don't want to do, you're really gonna harm that, and you're gonna harm American culture in general with it, along with the population.
Well, just to speak on that, most branches of the military, BMT, basic military training, is 3 months, or maybe I think Marines is a little bit longer, like 4 or 5 months. But,
And also, cops
you
can
know.
become cops, and it takes more time for a salonist to get her license than a cop becoming a cop. I'm just saying,
Right.
like just
Yeah,
because you
that-
have 3
that
months
has
of
more to do
training
with
doesn't mean you're a
police
good
funding than
soldier.
it
It's the
does
same.
No.
It's the same with any
military.
trade or
But-
job, bro.
I mean, my
It
brother,
takes
my
time to
brother is
become
my
good.
brother's younger than me, and he just turned 22. He just went through BMT in the Air Force, and he even said, like, you know, it leaves an impact. Like, he's well out of it. He finished BMT in
With every
August.
other job you get out of high school, it leaves an impact. Dude,
Right.
I work electrical. My life's completely done a 180 from where I started, from what I think.
But
about,
that's something.
Like, who
That's
I
something
am,
you
what-
like. If you wanted to drop electric tomorrow, you could. If you wanted to drop it right now and never go back, you could. But basic
Yeah.
military training is you can't leave. Like you have to finish the
No,
whole
you're
thing.
forced or you get
Locked in.
arrested. Yeah, you gotta fucking shoot yourself in the
That's
foot to get
I
out
mean,
of
yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's
You gotta bring back a barracks bunny, a barracks bunny to fucking get caught with, bro. Get kicked out, bro.
get
Like,
court-martialed. But then I mean, then you have a
But,
felony. Then you have a felony on
you're-
your record if
You're
you do
thinking
that.
of
so.
like
it's
The
to
problem-
me, it's just a bad
or
idea.
the
It's
equivalent
just
of a
like.
felony.
Like, and even with
I
your
agree.
brother who's been in that field for so long, it's like, dude, it's not.
No, he isn't.
I'm sure it leaves
he only
an
joined.
impact
He only joined in
with
June.
everything else.
So
Even then, it's like I'm sure, like, yeah, getting screamed at every morning for discipline definitely leaves an impact.
oh yeah.
But it's like so with every other fucking job you do will leave an impact on your life when
I
you're
see what
young.
you're saying.
That's just growing. That's just being a person and growing.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know. My
but
answer is no.
That's fair. Max, what's your opinion, man?
I mean, I think that you should be given a choice unless you're in a state of emergency. I think that it's, I mean, honestly, I think it's just, you know, we do pay tax dollars. We do have enough people, at least for now, back our military. I think it's a point where if you take everybody, then you're also going to have a lot more casualties in the long run because there's going to be people not fit for it. I
Right.
understand there's also, you know, basic training and all that, but if you just get anybody and everybody, then, I mean, what are the stats really if you don't just have people that actually want to go?
That's fair.
So I think it just comes down to, you know, giving them a choice. And then unless you're in a state of emergency and you need the numbers, then you talk about it.
So you agree with the draft, is what you're saying? Like
Yep.
if we're at war or something?
Yep.
Okay. That's a fair take. Alright, Noah, you're last on the list, man. What you think?
Alright. What I gotta say is I don't agree with
gonna grab a beer.
anyone being forced to serve. But the thing is, what I do believe is if people are being forced to serve, it should be a 2-year term. The age should be lowered to 16. And these people, once they turn 18, they should be given the option to leave the military, or they can pursue a trade, pursue college. Like, you shouldn't, I don't know, I feel like these people should, if they're forced to serve, they should have an option out of it.
Yeah.
But if they want to continue it, they can.
That's I mean
And
that's
it's
how
also-
it is. That's how it is in other countries.
But
I mean
But my main, but hold on, my main belief is that no one should be ever forced to serve because I think it provides a stronger military when people want to serve.
I mean
Yeah,
So-
that's true.
alright, well
It's a good
I
point,
agree
Noah.
with most of that. I don't agree with 16 because I mean people aren't out of high school yet. So I think you should at least graduate
I'm
high
just
school
giving that as a
beforehand.
way to, like, if people don't enjoy high school, to stop these kids from dropping out. and
Yeah, but
doing
you're not even
drugs,
an
give them an
adult.
option out of that.
I mean
And all they got to do is serve 2 years,
So-
and they can hop in a trade, and they can.
I can
But that's
agree.
if they're forced.
Can I add something?
I can let me just say like I can agree with if you like dropping out of high school is a choice. So I think I can get behind that. If you want to drop out when you're 16, I think like if this was a thing, forced conscription, then that should be fair. That should be a fair choice to make because like that was your choice to make. So you might as well get it out of the way early. I think 2 years would be a fair time. I personally, I wish I went to the military straight out of high school because it would have done a lot of good
Me
for me.
too, honestly.
Yeah, like I think I don't like the thought of forcing Americans to do things they don't want to, but I also a big part of me thinks that it instills a lot of good things on you, and it's not forever. Like a 2-year term, I think would be fair. It would give you a lot of good values. Would, like Otis said, you know, instill a camaraderie on you, and
Yeah,
you
but
know,
who the fuck are you
it's-
to tell people to do
Yeah,
no, I know that's what I'm
that's the
saying. Like
thing.
it's a mixed
It's
opinion in my
enforcing
on my
your
book.
belief set onto others. You know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't
Well, that's what
necessarily
I
agree with
believe. I
forcing
believe
Americans
the
to do
strong
anything.
military
Learn, right?
comes from people that want
Saying,
to
like,
be
this
there.
is how
If
we
But
you
it
do
also,
force
but
people,
the thing
it's
about
just like-
that is
It's
that there are a
against
lot
what our
of it ends
country
up being a
stands for.
bureaucracy. Like at that point, which is what the military is a lot of now. It's a lot of people who
Yeah.
wanted to go in and wanted to get high in the ranks so they could boss people around. And it's like I love our
The whole
military and I
government's
respect
Isn't that like
everybody.
every job?
That's
I
what I was gonna
guess.
say about it as well. Is that
I feel like the military
like,
is-
I feel like when you're doing government work, that's the difference. If you could do government work, like mandatory government work, and just service for your state or something like that, that's a lot different, a lot more feasible for a lot of people to understand. But military is like the risk of death and like putting yourself on the line. It's like that's
Well,
so
that's the thing.
unnecessary,
These
you know what I
like,
mean?
if I'm lowering the age to 16, like if you're not 18, you aren't seeing combat. That'd be my rule behind it.
Even forced any combat is ridiculous to me.
No, it's
I
not.
think
I
if
mean,
you're
that's
18
the
and
main
you
Forced
join
any
thing.
the
service.
military, that's
That's the
Any
main.
service.
Force of
That's
anything I don't
crazy.
want to fucking do is
Yeah.
already enough.
Right.
Exactly. But even
But
like
this
drawing
is
the line
saying
The
on-
main-
you
the main
missed the
point-
whole thing. I'm
Yeah.
saying if you
Exactly.
are forced to do it, then it should be a 2-year limit and the age should be dropped to 16. So these people,
Just shouldn't be
I believe these 16-year-olds shouldn't see combat either because they're 16.
That's what
but
I'm-
They should
that's the main
learn the
thing.
ways of the military. They should learn to.
I think
conduct
BMT
themselves.
and learn a
And then
trade.
At 18,
That's the-
they
that's the
should be able
first-
to join a trade or go to college.
Exactly.
It
Like
shouldn't
unless
be
you.
locked
Well,
behind
you already
a
can.
GED.
You already can do a co-op with trades in high school. That's already a thing.
Right.
You can if you go to an actual.
But that's what I'm
trade school
saying.
for
If
high
it's
school-
forced, it
Sam-
should be like that.
Sam, you know it's the same thing in the
Forced
military.
because
Like
they can
after
always just-
basic military
so,
training.
Sam, you
The main two
Hold on.
things when you go into the military, you got basic military training, and then they send you to a tech school to learn a trade.
Right.
That's the main thing. Unless you want to be infantry, which I mean, I don't think you should be able to do until you're 18 at the very least. But that's the main thing is they send you to do training to learn their structure and their discipline, and then they have you learn something that can help along the way. And if you just want to go out and kill people, I mean, be infantry like that, you're kind of a psychopath. But you know,
Yeah, but what if you want to like
hold on, Sam. I just want to clear
Yeah.
this up for you too. I also said I believe the strongest military comes from people that want to be there. I believe
Agreed.
no one should be
Agreed.
forced.
Same with like a strong military is also who people want to serve for their country, not for like, oh, I want to serve so I can get some sweet benefits and this and that and
that's
no
a-
real
that's
patriotic
a-
reason.
I mean,
that's
that-
the main.
honestly,
that's one of the
that's
main
part of-
benefits.
that was one of the
Part
main
reason,
reasons
but for
why
the
I
full reason
considered.
is a lot
That's one of the
scarier.
main reasons why a lot of people go into the military.
Yeah.
If there was
I
no
don't think that's
benefits,
a
then
bad
no one
reason.
would
I
join.
don't
Nah.
know.
I think
know.
as a
Do you
military,
really
you
want
should have a
people
lot of
serving who just don't
incentives.
care, or do you want people who serving because
I
they
mean,
care, but
I
also
want-
they get great
I want
benefits?
the military to have good
They deserve the
benefits, and I want
benefits, but if
people
they
to
just
be
don't give a
incentivized
fuck,
to
it's
join
That's
not
what I'm
the
good.
saying. I
military.
think you should have amazing incentivization.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Fully
that's why
agreed.
4
Fully
years.
But I believe
if
the
you're in for 4
benefits
years, you get
should
the
be a
GI
huge
Bill.
factor in that. Like
Agreed.
if you
Yeah.
if you put your life on the line, you should get big benefits for that.
Yeah.
Agreed, but at the same time, if these people who
You're
know,
only
some
really
people
putting
who
your life
join
on the
and only
line
care
during
about the
wartime.
benefits.
Yeah, I know.
What
not
does that
everyone's
say
putting
about-
their
Yeah,
life
it
on the line,
depends.
but either way, like
You know?
anyone who serves, I thank them for their serve. Like they did more than I did. I didn't serve, so they.
Yeah,
there
but you
go,
paid
that's-
the tax off. No, I'm playing.
No, that's fine. I mean,
Anyway,
Bro, I'll pay every
Anyways.
tax dollar if it goes towards our military.
so I think the general consensus here is that most of us don't think it's a good idea to force people to join the military. Some of us think it would be a benefit, but you know, at the end of the day, this is America, and you get to make your own choices. So I can agree with that.
I
This
think
isn't
if
even
it
a
was
podcast,
thing,
Andy. It's just doing a random server.
Well, no,
doing a
I-
random.
hold on, can I
Kyle,
just say-
I mean,
Come on,
Sam,
come on.
you're a great benefactor to this.
Can I
Your-
just say
your-
though,
your
like,
comments
I
are
believe
just
if
so
people are
forwarding.
conscripted to the military, there should be, I don't know, gateways out of it. I don't think they should be. It shouldn't be a long term.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why I really think the age should be moved down, and they can't serve at that age, or at least go into the front lines.
right.
Because
Okay.
some of these people will want to continue the military if they really like what they're doing, and You'll have the people. You'll have a strong military with the people that want to do what they want to do, and then you'll have the other people that want to go to college and hop in a trade.
I feel like this is like the deepest like thinking session I've ever seen from Noah.
Hey, this is what we like, Bing.
Nah, I'm playing.
No, all right.
I've been
So
writing down notes.
Nah.
I've been taking notes. Y'all ain't been taking notes.
He came prepared.
I'm taking
you
notes,
know?
son. Mental notes. No, all right. So, I want to just make sure, Hunter, you haven't really said much. Do you have any other thoughts that you want to get out?
On what? Are we talking still on fucking
Yeah, military.
Yeah.
military? No, I mean, I still say I stand where I.
We're not trying
you
to
know,
change opinions. I'm just trying to see if you have
I
anything
think- I
else
think
on your
it's-
mind.
Yeah, no, there's nothing really else I'd like to add.
Okay. Kyle?
No, when it comes down to it, I think it's stupid. I think it's a freedom thing. It's America. I kind of believe in a lot of freedoms, and that kind of just takes away people's options.
That's fair.
So no.
Okay. All right. Well, so to get out of this,
Respect
we can finish up for a
Kyle's
little while.
a beast.
Oh, good.
Hunter's got something.
Yeah, Hunter, what you got,
Hunter,
man?
I got a topic, bro.
What
so
else?
if we don't have anything else to discuss, I've been seeing some people post some shit online, and I know we can all probably ramble and discuss this because we're all pretty much, I guess you could say, with the title that we'd give it, fallen victim to. What do you think about people and their thoughts on youth and game addiction? And do you think that
That's
what are your thoughts on game addiction?
That's funny. I actually thought about
It's
this
just
to
a
be the
phase.
topic for the video, but I decided against it just because I
It's
didn't know
just
how
a
long it would
phase.
go. But
It's just
yeah,
a phase.
I think I mean, personally, I don't think it's a problem.
I
There's
don't know.
I saw
It
there's like
depends.
lawsuits. There's lawsuits and shit, like class action lawsuits coming out against
Yeah,
like
bro.
game
Yeah, that's
companies.
crazy.
I don't agree with that.
I don't
It's
know.
like-
Games are addicting.
I'm okay with getting the
but-
bread.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I might join it just to get the bag, but at the same time, like,
Yeah.
what are my values at that
End of
point?
the
Like, I've
day,
never seen a
what I
problem
think
with
it
I
it.
mean,
is,
we're all
if
gonna walk
you-
away with $50 tops.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
like-
It's gonna be $1 billion
Yeah, but hold on.
split
Can
between
can I
like
just say this?
$50
half a
tops of the
trillion
memories
people.
we made on Fortnite.
right.
Let's
the
go.
US.
Can
Yeah,
I just
literally.
say, I do not agree with these parents suing fucking companies for
I don't either.
like for all that shit because it's like if you let your kid become addicted to games, like my
Bad
parents
parenting.
always grounded me, took my fucking Xbox away, like
Yeah, there's a
I
lot
would
of
like
bad parents
it's just
out there.
bad parenting at that
Oh,
point.
God,
I'm
it's
sorry your
parents.
kid's addicted to Fortnite and
parents,
spends
yup.
like
Every
That's the main
parent
thing.
says, "I'm not gonna let my kid be an iPad kid," and then I always
And
see that
every
stupid
kid
little
is.
iPad with the little
Yeah.
handle on it, bro. And I'm like,
Fucking lobby
I'm like, I thought you said you weren't gonna let your kid be an iPad kid.
Yeah,
Well,
right?
he keeps screaming. Well,
It's
fucking
crazy,
do
bro.
something about
Yeah,
it. You're the
give him some
freaking parent.
toys.
Yup.
Give them, show them
don't
how to read a
cater to
fucking
them.
book.
That's the thing. Don't just hand
Granted,
them the
that's
iPad.
easier to say with no
Isn't-
kids.
I mean, yeah, none of us have kids, so
When you just, well,
But
yeah,
we
none
were
of us
also
have kids,
raised
but
this
yeah.
way.
Raised how?
Like I feel like it's not really. I
did
mean,
your
and
did your
I feel
parents?
like
No,
most
no,
of
no.
us.
Did any of our parents play video games?
We didn't really have it.
My,
My dad
did.
played
I
Xbox.
got
Yeah.
My dad
PSP
played
from
It's
my
just
dad,
times are
bro.
different.
Like
It's
my,
not-
I got
mean,
my-
yeah.
I got my
dad.
PS2 from my
Granted,
dad.
this
I
was
got my
before
Wii from my
online.
mom.
My dad played like Game Boy and shit and N64 way
Like,
back
yeah,
in
My
the
dad
day.
dad
played
had a
GTA
PS2.
5 for like 2 days when he was
My
divorced.
dad
That was
had a
post-divorce. He
PS2,
played
a
GTA
PSP.
5
My dad loved
for like 3
gaming.
days.
He was the one
That's
who
how
got
down
me
bad he
into it.
was.
Right.
Your
No.
dad still game, Noah?
No, no, he
what are you
gambled.
doing
He
that
sports
shit that
gambled.
money?
Sports
I'm
gambling.
talking.
Hang on,
I said
hang on.
Noah. Is your name Noah, Sam?
Hang on,
Is
hang
your
on,
name
hang on.
Noah?
Hang on.
I couldn't hear you. I didn't.
Yeah,
catch
yeah,
you.
yeah. Hang
Nice
on.
boy.
Max, what'd you say?
I mean, it's just like the way we're doing shit now. It's just like everything's digital. Like if we're talking right now, it's a little bit different because like all this shit is kind of a norm at this point. If you were talking
Yeah.
5 years ago, maybe it would be a little bit, like out. I mean, like it would just be out of this world for people because it'd be like, oh, that shit's fucking not healthy. You're staring at a screen all day, but everything's a fucking screen in 2025.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Even in your car.
Max, my parents, they bought me Nerf guns. They said, go outside. You can play Xbox at night. and that's like that's what I'm gonna do to my kids.
My parents
I mean,
didn't do shit for me on that regard.
My parents were just like, go outside, go do this,
That's
go.
what my parents did.
My dad-
Yeah, me too. But my question is, what is game addiction in 2025 if everybody's already on?
I
the
think
screen
it's
anyway, using a screen.
letting your kids stay in.
Brought to you by
I think
Sundrop.
my parents did me right by
I
forcing me
think-
outside.
I think game addiction could be where it would disrupt things like isolate you and potentially ruin things like a social life or where you'd put priorities aside.
Sammy's doing a whip.
Sam.
Doing a quick whip.
Whip it.
Sorry.
Whip it number
hold
two.
on, hold on.
Say
Let
what-
Hunter finish. Let Hunter
Yeah.
finish.
Like putting priorities aside, like and what I said before as well, if you were listening, because I really couldn't retrace my steps exactly, but
Sam.
because I was just thinking on the spot. But
It's not good.
I just think that that's what would, because everybody can game and do it casually and even put in a decent amount of time without it being considered addiction. I think that as long as you are on top of things that need to be done in your life, and you maintain a well balanced ratio of different things like a social life and maybe like getting out of the house or like in all that stuff, then it doesn't matter if you would put in like a decent amount of time gaming. That's.
But that's why
my
they're
opinion.
calling
I feel
it
like game
addiction.
addiction would be like
Just because they
you know,
can't control
they
it.
don't-
Like,
Yeah, I
if,
don't
if
know.
you
They
can
can't control
control it, that's fine. But
I
like,
feel like there's easy
a lot of
ways
people
to
are just
control it,
brought
so-
onto it from a young age.
I mean,
But
I
the
got like
games
parents
really
say
young.
They, can't
They hit a
control it. It's like
dopamine
you
hit.
pay the Wi-Fi bill, you do all this. Like, there's ways around this. My dad always threatened to shut off the
Oh,
Wi-Fi.
well, yeah, yeah.
like,
It's a parenting thing. Yeah.
My parents
Yeah.
always took my. They were like, you have to charge
know.
your iPod in my room at night, and it's
Yeah.
just like.
And-
iPod is
There's
crazy.
ways
And on the class
around
action
it.
lawsuit, if honestly, if any of those are successful, do you know how much that will impact the actual gaming community going forward? Like if anything like that.
That's
is
my main thing.
Yeah.
Is like
Well,
I
it
don't
should
want.
it shouldn't just hit gaming. Then it should hit everything, like fucking social media and
Well-
fucking TikTok, dude. The amount of time kids spend on fucking TikTok and all that shit as well. Like, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
like,
for sure. I think it would be a detriment, though. Like, I mean, not to speak too much on what Sam said earlier, but America's all about entertainment, which, I mean, I don't necessarily think should be our greatest value because that's kind of
we're
what.
soft.
That's what was
That's
the
why
downfall
We're
of-
I
soft.
think it's
We
that
need
was-
another
that was
war.
not-
straying away from that though. I mean,
Entertainment
you got
being the
YouTube,
main
you got the
export.
entertainers on YouTube and stuff, but Hollywood's
What are we
going
famous
down
for
the drain.
besides,
though.
No, I'm saying-
besides our beliefs of freedom?
But Hollywood's
Entertainment.
going down the drain.
Exactly.
And I mean-
Entertainment being the main thing is the reason why the Roman Empire fell. Like they put
no,
so much
it was
money.
bad leadership.
Well, yeah, that was
And
definitely
also,
part
like,
of it. That was
to be
definitely part of it.
honest,
But they
also, like,
put
the
so much money.
barbarians.
Yeah, they put so much money into the Colosseums and like
But
entertainment
Andy,
and
to
shit.
your
That's
point,
why.
I'm worried. Like America, like we're gonna fall eventually. I'm
Probably,
worried when.
unfortunately, yeah. I don't think it'll be too soon.
It-
Maybe at the end, towards the end of our lifetime.
I hope it's not soon, but I mean,
I think the way the new
I
generations
don't know. The way
are going,
the
I
Romans
think.
went down, the Romans were the greatest empire ever, and I mean we're in my opinion, the greatest country ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're
all
gonna
things
fall.
have to end. Nothing
I
goes
just think
forever.
we're not.
I mean,
hot
they
shit like
go take
Rome,
over
though. We
China.
don't
They've
have
been
to
going for
trade
like
like Rome.
2,000
We have-
years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no
think
things-
I think
no
if we're
things last
China's
forever.
if we're gonna
China's
end
been
it,
around
it's gonna
way
be
too
something
long.
Like
Gangster
aliens.
shit.
It's gonna be
China-
like aliens. It's not gonna be
Aliens.
like China.
Bro,
Yeah.
China- Bro, China.
No, it's not
going
gonna
to
be aliens.
Nah.
It's gonna be the
Years
fucking
ago.
It'd be like
planet
nuclear
ending.
war or
They're
something.
It's gonna be the
not.
planet
Something
ending.
crazy.
China,
If
they're
we're
not
doing
gonna-
Hey!
2,000
No.
years ago ain't the same, bro.
They-
Ain't
everyone-
the same. China now is communist. Before
Shut
it
up,
was
Sam.
an actual dynasty. Shut up, Kyle.
I mean,
You
yeah.
shut up.
Hold
I'm
on.
talking. I'm big man.
Andy's the
I
moderator.
wanna go
That's
to
why I'm
Kyle's
trying to-
point,
Quiet.
though.
I'm trying
I
to keep
wanna go to-
everybody from talking at the same time.
I want
Gonna
to
be
go to
something you
Kyle's
don't
point though of
expect.
aliens though, because it's like really, does everyone really believe we're the only planet that is doing what we're doing?
By a
right
show of
now?
hands, everyone who thinks aliens are real, raise your hand.
Well, that's
Mike.
a complicated question.
Mike, you don't think aliens are real?
That's a complicated question.
You don't know?
I don't believe
Do I
that
think
we're the
there's
only.
a cosmic possibility that aliens are real? Yeah.
But just
Okay, if you're
like
talking
first
about
thought, like
possibility,
first
yeah.
thought, I'm saying,
But
like, do you
aliens can
believe
be
aliens
any
are
living
real?
life.
I
It
don't
can
know.
be any
don't
living
know?
life.
Alright.
Like we could find a living plant on another planet and call it a alien.
I mean, that's
Like,
the thing
it's-
with Mars. Is like they found like ice and traces of water and stuff. So they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
they
it
got,
might have
like-
been human or
They got like ponds
sentient
and
life
stuff
there at
over
one
there.
point.
Well, they have shit here, like the Tic Tac
But that's the thing.
UFOs
Like you look
that
at
are flying
Mars and how
around.
similar
Who
it
knows
is
if
to
they're
our
aliens,
deserts. But that's the thing. You
Probably
look
just
at
another
Mars
country.
and you see how similar it is to our deserts, and it's just like there's no way if you go further beyond what we can look at. Like there's no way there isn't another Big Bang out there, like some chance at life. They may not be as sophisticated, they might be more sophisticated, but I don't believe there's no chance that there's no life out there.
I don't think like I mean, aliens being the downfall of America specifically is.
Yeah, I don't
think
believe in
that's
that.
true.
No, I
don't
think it's
believe
more
if
likely to be
anything-
the fucking planet's downfall
Yeah.
than anything.
If they are real and if they're out there, which
Either
I
that
think
or
they
nuclear
like,
warfare.
Yeah, I'd say
I
they're
just
about.
hope we find them first.
I'd say
you
nuclear
ever hear the
warfare is a
theory?
much more likely.
You ever
Yeah,
hear
it's
the
a
theory
way
about
bigger-
why
Well,
there's
it's
no
a
other
more
alien
likely in
life?
the short run.
Nuclear
I think
apocalypse.
the planet's probably going to
Nuclear-
be the
it's-
reason why it all ends.
Yeah,
in,
we'll probably end the
Exactly.
solar system
Exactly.
before we.
People, there's a theory that
find
it was
aliens.
it's because of total warfare why there's no other alien race out in our solar system. You ever hear that theory? It's like, well, why are we the only people? You wonder if just they all killed themselves before we got here.
But we don't
What?
know that. We don't know.
Emo
You ever think-
aliens, they
Well,
killed
why
themselves.
You know what?
It's like a
They're all
desert.
like, all
Why
right,
is
drink
Mars
the
like a
He said
desert
drink the
like
Kool-Aid.
saying
No,
Everyone
he's
drink the
saying there was,
Kool-Aid.
Like, yeah, there was like prior nuclear
Yeah,
warfare between everything else.
You ever
and
think
then-
about that? Like
yeah.
other worlds, they might have civilizations. and
Well,
they
also
built
when
up.
we look at other planets,
I like the
we're
Stone
seeing
All the
Age.
aliens drank
like
the Kool-Aid,
years
bro.
and years and years before.
About to become a stone date.
Yeah, I know.
light
These
years
pictures
away.
are taken like it takes time for this shit to
The
fucking.
light travels slow in comparison to
Light
how
travels
far.
fast as light.
Well, that still the images they're so far away that the light
Well,
is
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's so
far away.
though.
I learned
it
that.
travels fast, but
I
it's
learned
so
that-
far away that is slow.
But it's not even that. Have you heard
You
that
can't-
we
you're
announced
seeing it.
like
Nah.
the old Olympics from the 1900s? We have satellites in space that keep going further and further, and they're
Yeah.
announcing the Olympics for any life forms out there. They're just straight up
Nah,
announcing
I like what
the
Kyle said.
something.
I like what Kyle said because I
Olympics.
just learned that like
Wait, are they
like a
actually
year or
doing
two ago.
Yeah, they've been doing that. NASA's been doing that.
That's sick.
Did y'all know a light
That's so
year?
cool.
I didn't know like until fairly recently that a light year is it represents how long it takes for light to travel 1 year.
yeah.
So like something that's a light year away, it'll take us 1 year to see what light was cast. You know, so
Yeah,
if you see
so a
if you're
million
watching
light years away, that's
exactly
millions
that's
of
a
years
million
ago.
years
A
ago.
million years ago.
So we'd see the
So
light.
you
Like if a
can't
planet
see it.
exploded a million years ago, we're watching it right now. That was a million light years away. Like that's fucking that's crazy.
And
to
that's
me.
the thing. That's why we sent this thing out like basically a century ago. We sent this thing out sending the Olympics to broadcast, but that thing probably will never reach like the end of the universe until
You mean the end of the
long,
galaxy?
but, like Earth will probably be gone by the time that reaches.
It won't reach
end
the,
of
there's
the
no
world.
well
Radio
according
signal or
to
what?
according to scientists there's no end of the universe, so it'll never reach the end. Like the universe is forever expanding.
I don't know. I believe there could be a black hole or something that it gets
There's-
sucked up into. It's
Oh sure, that's
'cause
probably
we'll,
what's gonna
we'll
happen.
all end some way, and if it's not nukes, it'll definitely be something, an asteroid or a fucking.
World's gonna turn into
black
fucking
hole.
water world.
Water world.
Y'all ever
Easy
Water
river,
country,
water
water country. Have some fun.
Dude, more like water Earth. Water Earth. Dude, we can make a whole theme park. Yo, write it down, boys.
Yeah.
Start investing in a rocket ship, and then we'll just come back.
Everyone just owns their own like little floating pad.
Jetsons, baby. Let's all float
Yeah.
around.
That'll be a good time.
All right, just steal. Say something funny.
All right. That was good enough.
Alrighty.
Just say something funny is crazy.
Yeah, just steal. Come on now. Final thought. What you think? Say something funny.
Feel like the stars on your
Just
shield.
say something so they know you're not a DEI hire.
What do you mean by that,
Hop
bro?
on
crazy.
camera. Hop on camera right now. Hop
He
on
said a
camera right
DEI.
now.
That's
Hop
crazy,
on camera right now.
He's in
He's
the
on
shiesty,
camera.
bro. He's in it.
I don't see him. He's no cam.
21 Savage.
I
He's fucking
see
shiestied
You're
up.
looking at the wrong cam, Sam.
Bro, does he have a cam on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Dulce.
Yo, Sam's pit
But he's got no
vibes got him
cam.
That's
blind.
why I stay incognito.
So then, who's that other?
Yeah,
guy in the
just
shiesty?
still thinks he's extra
I don't
cool.
see. There's only 2 guys in the shiesty. I took the glasses off. I broke the rule.
There's 3 guys.
Am I gonna get banned?
Sam, there's 3 guys in shiesties right now. No, there is 3 guys in shiesties.
That is true. Otis.
Wait, what?
He's wearing a drug rug.
Wait. Oh, it's
I
Dulce
already
and
did.
Sir
I,
Dulce.
I wish. I hope you don't.
tripping.
We're
My
about to
God.
finish up anyway, so I was
Hey,
trying to
yo,
get the
that's so
final.
funny. That is
Just-
so funny.
Just steal. I'm gonna give you the final thought of the episode, though. So
Yeah, give a review. Give a review.
just give final thought. Anything. I don't care. Hang on. Drum roll. Listen.
You good?
Listen. Drum roll. Drum roll.
Don't do that. Anything but that, bro. Chill out with that. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I got no clue.
All right.
Andy, can I get
Word.
my final thought?
We'll get a final thought as a sub from Sammy.
My final thought is good first episode.
All right. Fuck yeah. I like that. All right. This has been the FraudCast, and we'll have more frauds for you next week. There we go. This has been the FraudCast. Peace out, everybody.
God bless.
Everybody say bye.
Later.
Later.